Assam Rifles has apprehended PLA and KCP terrorists. 2 battalions of Assam Rifles on 14 November in a joint operation with Manipur police apprehended 2 cadres of terrorist groups PLA and KCP in 2 separate operations in Taubal and Imphal East districts of Manipur. Yes, this is in connection with the Manipur ambush in which a colonel and his family and 4 other personnel were martyred, and more details coming in on how joint operation has been underway ever since. Our forces at it to take revenge to what happened in Manipur. Assam Rifles has apprehended PLA and KCP terrorists. 2 battalions of Assam Rifles and Manipur police apprehended 2 cadres of terrorist groups PLA and KCP, and in separate operations. So the operations essentially were taking place in Taubal and Imphal East districts of Manipur. Anirudh is joining us with more details. Anirudh, take us through these arrests that have been made by both Assam Rifles and Manipur police in the joint operation together.
Yes, after the ambush that took place on 13th of November, the Assam Rifles intensified its counter-insurgency operation in Manipur, and as a result, while counter-insurgencies were on and investigating into a fresh case of conspiracy, these 2 from the PLA and from the KCP had been nabbed by the Assam yesterday at Taubal district of Imphal, Manipur, and these cadres are also accused of planting an IED in Imphal East. Both the cadres of the PLA and the KCP have been handed over to the Manipur police for further investigation into the matter. Not much about the investigation has been revealed as of now by the security forces and the police. However, one thing can be assured that yes, the security forces have intensified the operation all along the Indo-Myanmar border and also in suburbs area of Manipur, where the insurgents have some or other presence in any way.
So certainly massive crackdown post the Manipur ambush in which we lost 5 of our brave hearts, one of the deadliest attacks carried out in the northeast in years, that has claimed 7 lives in total, 5 of whom were from the forces, 1 colonel and 4 other security personnel who lost their lives in this particular ambush. So certainly a story that has shocked the nation. But while these incidents involving insurgents have been reported, every now and then what we saw in Manipur is something that has left everyone speechless. Major Gaurav Arya is also joining us with more details. Major Gaurav Arya, given the crackdown that is taking place post the ambush, goes on to explain how our forces will not stay shut. They will avenge the death of each and every one who lost their life to the ambush.
No, this arresting of these terrorists is welcome news. However, I'd like to say that it will largely solve nothing, because I don't know whom they've arrested, whether they've arrested the leaders from across the border, whether those leaders have surrendered. If you're just talking about arresting random terrorists, then I don't think this is any sort of revenge or vengeance, because, you know, they martyred a colonel, they wiped out his family, they killed 4 Jawans, martyred 4 Jawans of the Assam Rifles, and we have nothing to show for it, actually. The fact of the matter is, simply arresting 2 random terrorists is not going to change anything at all, or whatever we might say, it will not change anything, unless you get the head of the snake. And the head of the snake is across the border. Head of the snake could be in Myanmar or some other country. I'm not aware. But the fact of the matter is that this is what we must do. This is the policy India must take forward, that you have arrested 2 terrorists, but who are they? Who are they? These are non-entities, These are absolute non-entities. So I don't think it's any good that we talk about this.
Yes. Thank you, Major Gaurav Arya, for sharing that perspective. Well, yes, this is a development that has taken place and investigations are underway. But let's see how this plays out. This is an extremely unfortunate update that we've been tracking very, very closely. We've lost 5 of our brave hearts in the Manipur ambush, along with, of course, the Colonel and his family, including the Colonel and his family. Certainly heartbreaking, but let's see how this plays out as more and more arrests continue taking place.